Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars John Rubinstein, Hilly Hicks, Catherine Cannon, Joan Hotchkiss, Dennis Patrick. Tonight's episode, Dangerous Summer.
He's coming.
Okay. Whoever's in there, come out slow and easy.
No, Chris! What are you doing?
He shot Toby, didn't he?
He said nothing like this was gonna happen. Nobody was supposed to get hurt. Toby. Chris, he's still alive.
It burns like fire. You gotta get me to a hospital.
Look, he's really bleeding.
Chris, he's right.
Nah. Hospitals ask too many questions. You're gonna be all right, Toby. You're gonna be all right.
Chris, we can't take a chance with his life.
Take it easy. You know enough to take a little bullet out. Toby, trust you, don't you, Toby?
I am not a doctor.
You're studying to be.
That's right. And at the lab where you work, you have all the equipment you need.
Chris, I don't know.
You can do it. I would trust you to do it for me.
It's okay, Warren. Like Chris said, I don't want to get you all in the soup.
Attaboy, Toby. We'll put you up at my old man's lodge. You can hold hands with Michelle until you're well enough to go home. Now clear up all this gear and get Toby into the car.
calling up and worried sick about you.
Well, that's why I called you, sweetheart, so you wouldn't have to worry. Listen, some of the gang and I have decided to run down to Tijuana for the weekend, for the bullfights. I'll be back Monday at the latest, okay?
All right, darling. Listen, do you have enough money? Your father told me he cut off your allowance.
Yeah, I have enough.
Well, you have a good time, darling. And listen, you be careful, you hear me?
I will, sweetheart. I love you.
Bye-bye, sweetheart.
Hey, Barnaby. I'm glad you could make it.
Well, Milt is a lot bigger than the ranch house you built for marrying me.
Believe me, Barnaby, that ranch house was just as big to me. My first real chance at something good. I appreciate it.
Mary did too. We were very happy there. Betty said you sounded worried on the phone.
Truth is, Barnaby, you're scared to death. You know Toby, my son. He's been missing since Friday. I'd been on a wilderness survey up north over the weekend. When I got in, the housekeeper was beside herself. She hadn't heard from Toby since early Friday.
She called his friends?
All that she knew. Toby's girl told her that he hadn't shown up for their date on Saturday. As soon as I heard that, I called the police and the hospital.
Nothing, huh?
Nothing. That's why I called Betty this morning, Barnaby. Look, Toby isn't the kind of a kid who'd go this long without getting in touch. That is, if he was able.
Well, Milt, maybe you're looking on the dark side of this thing.
Barnaby, since Toby's mother died, that boy and I have been close. I know he would have called.
Well, maybe you better give me the name of the young man's girlfriend.
Carol DeLon. She's a good girl. She lives at the University Apartments. She's an engineering major, like Toby.
Would you happen to have a picture of Toby that I could borrow? Fine-looking young man. I'll call you when I get something.
Thanks, Barnaby.
You make sure he lies still.
Warren, this is Chris.
Oh, boy, am I glad you called.
Why, what's the matter?
Toby's worse. The bleeding started all over again.
Well, that's to be expected. The guy just had a bullet taken out of him. You did a good job. Don't worry.
Chris, it's been over 2 days and his fever's still very high. Now, it could be an infection, it could be tetanus, or 100 other things that I just cannot handle.
Warren, you're thinking small again.
Will you listen to me? We gotta get him to a hospital.
Okay. Hang tight till I get up there. If you still feel that way, I'll take Toby to the doctor myself. That way you and Michelle won't even have to be involved, all right?
Chris, do not put me on.
Warren, I got you into this. I'll get you out, oh, buddy. I'll see you in a little while.
Gil, you'll have to concentrate and straighten out your entry.
Carol. Is that Carol DeLon?
Yeah. And you must be Mr. Jones. Toby's father told me you'd be coming by.
That was a real nice dive.
I'm afraid it won't rate more than a 6 from the coach.
Well, I've always felt that a girl should be rated on how she looks out of the water, not how she looks going into it.
With that smile, you'd rate a 10 anywhere.
You sound just like Toby. He doesn't go in much for diving either. But, he did promise he'd come watch me compete last Saturday.
Any idea where he spent Friday night?
Mr. Jones, Toby and I are close. Very close. But you might as well know right now that we do not share the same friends. I just do not fit into the same circle.
Maybe you don't want to.
Oh, no, it's not that. I tried, really. It's just that most of the time, Toby's so level-headed. But when he's around his friends, well, he's trying so hard to prove that he's in, that he is out as far as I'm concerned.
My wife always used to say that the sight of a man a woman falls in love with wouldn't be recognized in his own circle of friends.
I'll try to remember that.
You know, I could use a list of his friends. I'd have someplace to start.
Okay. Mr. Williams told me you need some names, so I made them up. Oh, Mr. Jones, when you locate Toby, tell him that I am upset and very angry. But make sure he calls me right away. Huh?
You bet I will.
You see, Chris? I told you. Toby's been like that ever since you called.
Warren, you gotta keep your head.
I told you I couldn't handle it. Now, what do you want me to do?
Well, first, I just want you to relax a little bit. Come on. Come over here. I'll make you a drink. Look at you. You're so serious. I can't wait till you hang your shingle out. Dr. Warren Claxton, specializing in catastrophic diseases only.
Hey, come on. I'm not that bad.
Well, isn't he? Tell him. You should have a long beard down to here.
Panic really doesn't suit you, Warren.
Now, listen. If we take Toby to the hospital, they're going to know he's been shot, right?
Probably.
All right. The moment that happens, they automatically call the police, and those guys are going to bear down on Toby very hard. Now, do you want to put him through that?
Put it like that, I don't know.
Now, I'm perfectly willing to take him down to the hospital, but they're going to know I didn't take that bullet out of him. And I just don't know how long Toby can keep from telling him who did.
You see, we could all wind up in jail.
It's Warren's decision, baby.
Hey, now, wait a minute. The only reason we picked your old man's place is because you said if we got caught, we could give the money back and he'd never press charges, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So why don't we give the money back?
Because Toby has been shot now. It's a whole new ball game. And the general being what he is, he could throw the book at us. Forget about jail. You could kiss off medical school, everything you've been working for.
I don't care. I still say we take him to a hospital, and I mean right now.
Warren.
Toby. Toby. Toby.
Forget it, Warren. He's dead.
Toby. Toby! Toby! I warned you this could happen. What now, Chris? What do we do now?
Looks like Toby's just left us one thing to do. We gotta bury him.
You can't mean that.
Oh, now, look, I don't like the idea any more than you do, but when somebody's killed during the commission of a crime, the charge is first-degree murder, even if it's one of the criminals.
We could all be charged with murder.
That's the way it goes down in the eyes of the law. Let's see if we can find some shovels.
Chris? Darling, this gentleman is a private detective, Barnaby Jones.
How do you do?
How do you do?
This is Michelle Simons.
How do you do?
Hello.
And Warren Claxton.
How do you do? Well, I'm in luck. You three are on my list.
On your list?
I'm looking for Toby Williams on behalf of his father. His girlfriend gave me a list of his friends, and you're all three on it.
Oh, that's terrific. Looks like your luck is really holding up, Mr. Jones. We just had dinner with Toby on Friday.
Oh. Your mother tells me you spent the weekend in Tijuana. Was Toby down there?
No, as a matter of fact, we split up right after we left Santello's.
The restaurant?
I don't suppose this is much of a secret, but I don't think Toby would want Carol to find out.
Oh, Chris, why don't you just tell him?
All right. When we came out of the restaurant, we saw these two girls in a van. Toby went over to talk to them, and before we knew it, he'd split with them.
What did they look like?
Nice. Very nice. I'd have gone with him myself, except I had to work.
Chris, they must have said something about where they were going.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, one of them mentioned Big Sir. I think we'd be pretty safe to say that he's in good hands. Can I fix you a drink, Mr. Jones?
No, thank you.
Oh, come on. My martinis are legend. If you have any doubts, ask the princess. Right, Mother?
Chris, I don't think Mr. Jones is interested in testimonials for your martinis.
Is there anyone else who might have seen her talk to these girls?
No, I don't. Oh, wait a minute. Jack was there. I've never known him to pass up a pair like those two in his life.
Jack who?
Jack Hansbury. He's the parking lot attendant down at Santello's. He might be able to help you.
Well, thank you very much. I'll check with him. If you think of anything else, your mother has my number. This way go off?
Yes, I'll show you.
Thank you. Bye.
Why did you do that?
Why did I do what? I thought we handled it pretty well. Baby, you were terrific.
Well, look who taught me.
Warren, you were pretty good too, but I gotta say, you looked nervous. You gotta cool it down a little bit.
Why did you have to give him Jack's name? You know as well as I do that there was no van and there weren't any girls.
Jack Hansbury, please. It's a small detail, just a detail. Hello, Jack. Hey, old buddy. I got a job for you.
Oh, yeah, sure. I remember those two chicks. One of them was a blonde and the other was a brunette. Out of sight.
Attractive, eh?
Attractive? Dad, they were prime. There was this one in a halter. The blonde absolutely took your breath away.
More I hear about them, the better looking they get.
Take it from me, Dad. They were choice.
I can't wait till I meet them. Did you notice what kind of a van they were driving?
No, sorry, I didn't get the make, but then I wasn't looking.
The color?
Gray, I think, but it was getting dark. Maybe you better check with Chris and the gang.
Jack, when Toby left with those two girls, did you hear anyone mention where they were going?
Big Sir. I'm sure of that because one of the girls asked me about the drive up the coast. Hey, Mr. Jones, I got a few things to do if you got no more questions.
Sure. My name is Barnaby Jones. Were you working here last Friday night with Jack?
I was, and I heard all the questions.
I take it you didn't like the answers?
Blue smoke.
What?
I don't know what the joke is, but Jack's giving you a real snow job.
Well, I like a joke as well as the next fella. If it's good, I'll even pay for it.
Oh, well. There was no van in here Friday night. Not with two chicks like Jack was talking about.
You sure?
I wouldn't have missed two numbers like that. You can bet on that.
I just might. Was Toby Williams in here Friday night?
Toby, sure. He came out with Chris Garrison's group. But he didn't take off in any van.
Who did he leave with?
Couldn't say for sure. I didn't run Chris's car. But you can take it from me, it wasn't like Jack said it was.
Mr. Clarkson? Oh, Mr. Jones. What can I do for you?
Just a couple of questions. Go right on with your work. I like to see a man at his work. My uncle used to say there's only one thing lazier than a man who wouldn't work, and that's a man who couldn't stand the sight of it.
Well, you got the wrong office, Mr. Jones. This is physiology, not philosophy.
I never was good at spelling. I really came just to check my hearing. I did hear you say earlier that if it hadn't been for this job, you would have gotten into the van with Toby and the two young ladies and taken off?
Yes, sir. You can ask Jack. I'm sure he'd tell you the same thing.
Oh, he heard and saw everything, including the dots over the eyes.
Well, then I don't understand what the problem is.
Well, there's someone else who said it was a lie.
Well, maybe there's someone else just didn't see.
He didn't see the van, he didn't see the girls, and he's certain about it.
Well, then he's mistaken.
Maybe. And maybe you're the one who was making the mistake, son. It's a tough road to hoe to become a doctor these days, especially if you're working your way through school. I admire any young man with the courage to do it.
Mr. Jones.
Seems to me that you are risking an awful lot for one small lie.
I've told you everything I know. I have witnesses.
Witnesses can make a small lie into a large lie in a very short time. Now, where did Toby go Friday?
Are you finished, Mr. Jones?
Only if you are, son. If you change your mind, give me a call.
Hey, Warren. What are you doing here?
Patio door was open.
Well, why aren't you at work?
Barnaby Jones came to see me this afternoon.
So, you stuck to your story, right?
Yeah. But he knows it's a lie. Somebody at Santello's told him that there was no van.
Well, that's all right. With Jack, that's still 4 against 1. Relax, sit down.
I don't know about you, Chris. I let you talk me into the robbery because I needed the money. But ever since Toby died...
Now, wait a minute. Come on, buddy. Have a little style. Have a little imagination. Now, that detective can't do anything to us that we don't do to ourselves.
That's exactly it, Chris. I haven't been able to sleep since it happened. Look, maybe we ought to go to the police.
Hey, wait a minute. Have you forgotten all about medical school already? You have money now. Come on.
That doesn't matter.
Michelle, will you tell the man what matters, please?
Warren,
I'm only thinking about you. You deserve something for all of the work that you put in. Look, if it's Jones that's bothering you, that's fine. Michelle and I will check him out. His family, his friends. There's got to be a way to pressure him out.
No, Chris. I just can't carry it around with me anymore. Look, if we go in ourselves, maybe the court will go easier with us. I came here to give you and Michelle a chance to go in with me.
Go in with you? Warren, you are the most gutless, the most stupid...
Okay, Chris. That's the way you want it. That's the way you got it. But you can't say that I didn't give you a chance.
Warren? Warren! Warren? Warren? Hold up. Warren, stop it.
Never. I made up my mind. Now leave me alone,
Come
will
on,
you?
Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said in there. I take it back, okay? Listen, I'm going to ask Michelle to fix us some drinks and maybe some dinner, and we'll just sit around and we'll talk over
No more talk, Chris. Look, I've made up my mind. I'm going to the police right now.
All right. Maybe that's the only way. I hope we can still be friends, though, huh? Gee, I'm just sorry it had to work out this way.
I'm sorry too, Chris, but it's just the way it is.
Stop it!
get some trunks from the house.
Is he?
Yeah, he's dead. Hey, you still with me?
Just tell me what to do.
All right. First, we dry his things in the dryer. But don't worry, by the time I'm through with him, there won't be any more questions about poor Warren.
I'm not worried. I'm scared, but I'm not worried.
I always knew you were the best of them, baby. From now on, it's just you and me together. All the way.
I don't know what. Let's see how much further was in it.
Lieutenant Taylor?
Oh, finish that off for me, will you? Hello, Barnaby. What brings you down here?
I was on my way down here to talk to Warren Claxton's lab supervisor. I saw the card. What happened?
Pool lieutenant found Claxton's body this morning. Looks like he decided to go for a swim last night after getting off from work. Preliminary report makes it accidental drowning.
Anybody see him?
No, not till this morning.
You mind if I have a look at his things?
Everything is here. Billfold, change, everything. And it is Claxton's locker.
You satisfied?
Well, I would be if you didn't look so grim. Hey, Sam, give me one of those sacks, will you? I want to take this stuff down to the lab. That is what you wanted, isn't it?
That and the answer to a couple of big questions?
Well, when you find them, you'll be sure to let me in on them, won't you? Barnaby, what are you doing?
I didn't think you'd mind my having this little piece.
Barnaby, that's evidence.
Why don't you just call it a souvenir and stop worrying?
Barnaby!
A real tragedy, Mr. Jones.
Yes, I can understand that.
Warren had a fine mind. Would have made an excellent physician. It's all he dreamed about, you know.
You know, that's funny, because yesterday his mind seemed to be on something else. Tell me, Dr. Ronson, was there any surgical procedure performed in the lab yesterday?
Monday? No. We were doing an inventory on a new shipment of animals. Why?
Well, when I interrupted Warren, he was autoclaving a tray of surgical instruments. Could they have been left over from Friday?
Our procedure is to sterilize everything before we button up the lab for the weekend.
Yeah, that's what I figured. He's working with a black bag. You think I could have a look at that?
Of course, it could be Warren was working on a project on his own time.
Precisely what I had in mind.
What is it?
Appears to be a pine needle. But from where I'm standing, Doctor, it looks taller than the whole tree.
How are you doing with Luther Burbank?
Very well. Species Abies concolor, white fur. Usually found in good winter forests at 6,000 to 9,000 feet.
And that tells us?
Well, it's fresh. It tells us that Claxton must have spent the weekend somewhere in these altitudes.
Well, one thing for sure, he didn't pick up that pine needle in Tijuana.
Eddie, you got any dope on this?
The university says the pool is automatically kept at a constant pH of 7.4.
Moisture I extracted from the heel pad from Claxton's shoe had a pH of 7.8, not 7.4.
But he wasn't wearing his shoes when they found his body.
But he could have been wearing them when he was drowned. What conditioner did he use in the university pool?
Sulfanic acid.
Not in here. Cyanuric acid. Same conditioner you find in the tablets used in private pools.
Do you think Warren Claxton was drowned somewhere else and then taken to the university pool?
As sure as a scratching dog thinks he has fleas. Betty, call Lieutenant Taylor. Get the pH of the water found in Claxton's lungs. Oh, and
check and see if you can find out what label was in those swim trunks he was wearing?
We buy a lot of things at Peroni's. My wife has a charge account there. I can't see how this can possibly concern Warren Claxton's death.
Mr. Thurston, Warren was wearing a pair of Peroni swimming trunks when they found his body. Now, that's pretty expensive for a young man who's working his way through school.
Well, we always keep several pair on hand for guests. Maybe Christopher gave him one. Why don't you ask him?
Well, I haven't been able to locate Chris. I was hoping to find him up here. Mr. Thurston, do you recall having overheard Chris or any of his friends mention Toby Williams' name the last week?
You're talking to the wrong person, I'm afraid. I'm not privy to my stepson's personal involvements.
Well, like the spinster on our wedding night, sometimes we know more than we think we do.
Yes. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones, if I seem distracted. It's not for any lack of concern over that young man you're searching for, but we had a robbery here last Friday night, and our own investigation is taking most of my time.
Friday night? How much did you lose?
Something over $200,000.
The touch of an older woman drives me crazy. How about you and me for a long weekend in Palm Springs?
I warn you, Chris Garrison, one of these days I'm going to take you up on it. And then what are you going to do?
My plans don't go that far. Is the general tied up?
Yeah. He's with a Mr. Jones. They're talking about you. Tell Mr. Thurston I'll be back in a minute.
Before he was knocked unconscious, our watchman wounded one of the thieves.
Badly?
Well, he seemed to think so. There was an awful lot of blood.
Does he happen to recall how many there were?
No. Police seem to think there were 4. Very professional. They handled our security quite easily.
It's very interesting. Oh, if you hear from Chris, would you ask him to call me, please?
You can depend on it, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Thurston. I appreciate your time. I'll be hearing from you then. Oh, that's very lovely. Mountain forest. You can almost hear the wind whispering through the trees. This your place?
Yes. Fine mountain. Tragedy is, with all the work, it hasn't been used in nearly a year.
It's too bad. You know, I think 2 of the saddest things in the world are an empty house and a bobtailed dog. Neither one can let you know how happy they are. Thank you again, Mr. Thurston.
Hello?
Michelle, we've got to do something about Barnaby Jones. Now.
Betty? Barnaby Jones?
Mr. Jones, this is Officer Franco from the California Highway Patrol.
Yeah?
Sir, we have an automobile accident here involving a Mrs. Betty Jones. Now, is that your wife, sir?
Oh, it's my daughter-in-law. How is she?
I'm afraid it's a little bit hard to tell right now, sir. She's still pinned under the wreckage.
Where is she?
Well, we're up here on Lipton Canyon Road, about a mile north of Wayland.
I'm on my way.
What if he doesn't come?
Don't worry, he'll be here. I told you he'd be here. At this speed, it's gonna be easy.
You sure you feel up to this?
I'd feel a lot better if I didn't know somebody was trying to kill me.
I feel so responsible. I mean, if I hadn't fallen for that wild goose chase they sent me on.
There's no way of doing it. Like fur.
That's the same kind of fine needle that you found in Warren Claxton's medical bag, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
I kind of have a feeling that you knew you were going to find that kind of tree up here.
Well, there were a lot of them in that picture in Thurston's office.
Oh, it doesn't look as though anyone's been here for some time.
Take a deep breath. It doesn't smell musty. Take a look in the bedroom.
Well, I see it didn't take you too long.
Still fresh. You want to try it?
No, thanks. I'll take your word for it.
Well, you know, one thing for certain. There's been somebody up here within the last 3 days. Thurston said that nobody used this place for months. You find anything?
No, bedroom looks fine. Funny, though, the bed in there isn't stripped like this one.
Now, why would anyone want to strip this bed?
What is that?
Bloodstains? I will lay odds. Could explain why somebody wanted to strip this bed.
Bloodstain. Barnaby, does this make any kind of sense to you at all?
Well, could explain why Claxton was carrying the equipment that he was. He may have been treating someone up here.
Do you think it was Toby Williams?
I wish I knew it wasn't. But somebody went to an awful lot of trouble to stop my search for Toby.
Why here? I mean, if he was injured, why not take him to a hospital?
That's what worries me. The Thurston Company was held up on Friday night.
Wait a minute, you're way ahead of me.
One of the thieves was wounded. If this blood matches the blood from the scene of the crime, that may give us an answer.
And if it matches Toby's blood type?
I don't want to contemplate that yet. Eddie, you still have that first aid kit in your car?
Yes, why?
We're going to repay a favor.
Hello?
Yes, this is Miss Fallender from Fallender Real Estate. May I speak with Mr. John Thurston, please?
I'm sorry he's not here.
Oh, I say, that's too bad. It's rather urgent that I talk to him about the lodge.
What about the lodge? This is Mr. Thurston's son. Maybe I could help you.
Yes, Mr. Thurston has me keep a periodic check on the lodge, and, well, when I came up here this morning, I found some rather disturbing things.
What kind of things?
There are signs of someone using the lodge without first obtaining a key from me, but really what prompted me to call was these bandages I found. They're soaked with blood. I was going to call the sheriff's station and let them handle it, but
No, don't do that. My father would never forgive me if I allowed a lot of people to go tramping around through the house, upsetting everything.
Well, someone should look into it.
Listen, you stay there. I'll be right up.
Is he coming?
For a moment there, I was afraid he wasn't going to take the bait.
Bait's easy. Problem is to get him to swallow the hook.
Oh, I say you made good time. I'm Joan Fallender.
We don't have very much time, Mrs. Founder. You said you found some bandages.
Oh, yes. Well, I left them right where I found them. I thought the sheriff wouldn't want anything disturbed. I'll show you.
No. That won't be necessary. We'll check the place over ourselves. We'll make sure to call you, though, if we need any assistance.
Well, don't hesitate. We are always at your service.
Well, thank you. It was very kind of you to drive up.
My pleasure.
You said you cleaned everything up.
I did. Oh, Chris, honey, I swear. While you and Warren were out burying Toby, I stripped that bed and I burned everything in the fireplace.
Well, burn me easy. Do you realize what this could have cost us?
Chris, I swear!
Just do it now! I better get the money. We're on our way. Guess we were lucky. Looks like it's all here.
Enough to pay for the lives of 2 people?
Well, actually, there's enough to pay for 3. I gotta hand it to you, Jones, getting us up here. Very clever.
My mistake. I really didn't figure guns were your style. I thought your line was more swimming pools and trucks. Never mind the bandages, Michelle. Those stains are just mercurochrome and iodine.
Get his gun, Michelle. And then we're gonna help him find Toby. That is what you wanted, isn't it, Jones?
I figured he was the one that caught the bullet from the watchman. What'd you do, let him die instead of taking him to a hospital?
No, we did everything.
Shut up! Outside, Jones. Come on. Hold it right there, Jones. Pick up a shovel.
Now, wait a minute. Man who's about to dig his own grave is entitled to know the whole story. I understand about the robbery. I even understand about Toby Williams, but why did you have to kill Warren Claxton?
Because Warren was small. He panicked. I mean, he was going to the police.
That's where he made his mistake. He should have had the police come to him like I did. Sheriff should be here in a moment.
Ah, quit bluffing, Jones. Move!
Give it up, Chris. It's over. You're trapped, Chris. You don't have to play it all the way out.
Barnaby Jones. Starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather. With guest stars Tom Skerritt, Dennis Cole, Sharon Spellman. Special guest star Audra Lindley. Tonight's episode, Image of Evil.
There is no escape. Can't you see that? Can you run away from the wind? Can you hide from the night?
Please. Please don't make me go back there.
This is your place for death. Going back is
How many more takes are you gonna need? Old Lush is a disaster.
Cut it out. Honey, that was just what I wanted.
Thanks a lot.
Darren, I'm sorry I blew it again.
Look, Don, don't worry about it, okay? It's gonna work out just fine.
I feel so guilty. I know how you fought to use me, and
Hey, look, now wait a minute. I wasn't fighting for your sake. I was fighting for my sake. Now just give it time. That quality you have in your old pictures, it's gonna come through. Remember, you're working with a better director than you've ever worked with before, okay?
Hey, Darren?
Yeah.
If you want, I can make the ride by to the cliff for the long shot.
Oh, we're beginning to lose our light, Carl. No point in shooting anymore. Bob?
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Okay, you heard the man. Wrap it up.
All right, people. It's been a long, hard day of work. And I think what we could all use is a good dinner in town, okay?
I think you're right. Got a deal, as long as the conversation on the menu is not about business.
How about you, Don?
No, thanks. I think I better stay here in my trailer tonight. Study my lines.
Well, I'll pick you up at the hotel at 8. You wear something nice and sexy, keep the locals thrilled.
Okay. I'll see you there.
Today puts us exactly 2 weeks behind schedule. Darren, there is no way we can avoid going over budget.
It's not just the budget, Phil. That old Lush is a disaster. He's ruining my picture.
What can we do?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Okay, guys, load it up.
Hey, don't touch that. I thought the cops were supposed to keep you ghouls from the press out.
I'm not a newspaper man. I'm a private investigator. Barnaby Jones, California Meridian Insurance sent me out here to take a look around.
I see. I'm Bob Torcher, first assistant director.
Glad to know you. I understand that the fire started in a paint shed. Explosion.
Yeah, about 10 o'clock, boom.
Where was Mr. Chambers when it happened?
He was right here in his trailer. He must have run out to see what was going on. Never knew what hit him.
Tragedy. I must have seen 50 of his pictures. Is this where he was when they found him?
Yeah, the only thing that's been moved is this lift gate. See, Chambers must have bumped into the release lever here and got hit when it fell on him.
Wow, Bob, it's a worse mess than last night.
Yeah, Carl, it is. Barnaby Jones, Carl Mitchell.
Oh.
Carl was Mr. Chambers' stunt double. He also was a big help with the fire last night.
I see.
No hero or anything. Just that I stopped off for a few beers with some of the other stuntmen and stopped by here. Of course, I am the one that found Mr. Chambers. Well, should you be taking that down for your newspaper, Mr. Jones?
Carl, Mr. Jones isn't a reporter. He's a private eye.
Oh. You know, Bob, we don't have to lose that much time on the film. I mean, I can do all the action sequences and long shots until Darren finds a new star.
Yeah, Carl.
You know, in makeup, I look enough like Chambers that, well, we could finish the whole picture. It's been done before.
Yeah, Carl, never try to con an old AD, huh? Why don't you save that for Darren Addison? He's the producer, the director. He'll pick the new lead.
Sounds like a man I should talk to.
Yeah, that's right. Excuse me, Mr. Jones, I got some work to do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Torcher. Mr. Mitchell, these lights, were they on when you found Mr. Chambers' body?
Yeah. And with the light from the fire, the whole place was pretty well lit up.
Well, with all this light, it seemed odd that he would run into a truck that he shouldn't have had any trouble missing.
Well, we found an empty bottle of scotch in Chambers' trailer. Wouldn't be the first time he was drunk.
It wouldn't be the first time that odds lost out to circumstances either, although it doesn't happen too often.
You saying it wasn't an accident?
Well, Mr. Chambers' life was insured for $1 million, and the movie for much more than that. Pretty expensive circumstances. Where would I find Darren Addison?
Oh, he's at the castle.
The castle?
Mr. Jones, I'm Darren Addison.
Hi.
You met my assistant, Miss Schaefer.
Yes, she did her best to make me feel at home, as much as you can feel at home in a place like this.
Yeah. Well, I thought the gothic atmosphere would go with the film, so I rented it.
A few years ago when you made that Western, did you live on a ranch?
Well, that was my first job as a director. You saw that?
Yeah, it's a good picture. Nice uplifting story, you know. I understand you've gone a little way out since then. One of the fellows that does everything, what do they call him?
Auteur.
I think that's the word. I never could understand a man who could write, direct, produce.
Mr. Jones, the sooner we settle this claim, the sooner I can get back to my thing.
Yeah, well, I'm not an insurance adjuster. I'm an investigator.
Now, that's funny. I never would have cast you in that role. But then I never would have had an investigator in the scene. There's no mystery here, is there?
No, just a few little questions to clear up. Been some rumors back in L.A.
Rumors?
And my daughter-in-law, Betty, reads the gossip columns, and a couple of weeks ago, she read some rumor about there being trouble on the picture.
Oh, Mr. Jones. Rumors are what Hollywood's all about. Some good, some bad. Who's in, who isn't. In the long run, it's performance that counts.
Yes, well, the insurance people are paying me for a little performance, so, could I ask you where you were last night?
Oh, we all went to dinner at the Regency Inn. That's Darren and Bob Tarcher, Fay Winston, and I.
Thank you. Mind if I kind of poke around the location?
No, go right ahead. Phil, clear it with Bob, will you?
Oh, sure.
Mr. Jones, you know you'd be right for another role. Country editor. You ever think of that?
You know, some of the others thought I was a newspaper man, too. In my line of business, it's the other people that make the headlines.
Darren, can I talk to you?
Some other time.
Look, I know what happened last night. Chambers' death was no accident. You were there.
I was at dinner. Everyone saw me.
Listen, I know how you feel about what the old man was doing to the picture. But don't worry, I don't plan to tell anyone.
What do you want, Mitchell?
Just a chance to show you what I can do. Chambers' part.
Get out of the way. I'll drive right over you. Come on.
All right, I'll just have to tell the sheriff what I know.
Mitchell, wait a minute. You really want the job that bad? That you would try to blackmail me for it? That's a crazy bluff. You know that, don't you? But all good actors are crazy. All right, we'll test you today. But you better be another Olivier.
What are you doing out here with all that work back at the office?
Well, I thought you might need a little help, so I whizzed through the bills this morning, and I brought your stuff. It's back of the car.
Came out to see the stars.
Did not. Are there any around? Have you found anything?
Just this. What used to be a cigarette lighter.
Couldn't anyone have dropped this?
I wouldn't have thought too much about it except for this.
I'm sorry, Barnaby. With all this heady atmosphere, it's keeping me from thinking. But what does a charred padlock mean?
Not only charred, it's unlocked. I found it over there by what used to be the paint shed. Gentleman over there, one of the painters, said that he locked up the shed before he left here.
Well, has the local fire department started an arson investigation?
Up to now, there's been no need for it. Come on, I'll introduce you to the first AD, assistant director.
Mr. Tarcher? Mr. Jones? Kind of busy. I got a screen test to set up.
Oh, well, this is kind of important. Do you have the key to the paint shed?
Here we go. Paint shed.
Thank you.
Is there another key for this lock?
I think so. Unit manager's got a duplicate in here. That's funny, the duplicate's gone.
Well, thank you, Mr. Tarcher. You've been a big help. You know, these Hollywood people know all the camera angles, but there's one angle here I think they overlooked.
Barnaby, I'm sorry. I still don't understand.
Here's Chambers' trailer. Over there's where they had the fire. Now, let's say that I am inside, and I want to come out and see what all the commotion's about. And I've had a few drinks. You stand clear. All right, buddy. Now, you see what I had to go through just to hit the lever? Yeah. That's only half the problem. Having hit the lever, how did I arrange to get under the lift gate before it fell?
You think someone else released the lever?
If somebody set the fire as a diversion to get Chambers out of the trailer.
No, I can't go with you.
Come, my darling, to sleep. To sleep your last peaceful sleep.
But why does it have to be like this?
Because I'm a dream. Your dream. And dreams inevitably kill.
Oh, Carl, you were fantastic. I'm so happy for you. You were really great.
Darren? Hey, Darren, what do you think?
Darren, you've got yourself a find.
Bob, get that film in the studio right away. I want that man's name in a contract tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Come on, Carl.
Was it right? Was it what you wanted?
You did your thing, Carl. You can be proud of it.
No, really, Darren.
Come on, Carl. We have all sorts of details to work out. Do you have an agent?
No, I don't.
Oh, it's really wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mr. Addison?
Yes.
I'd like you to meet...
Ah, your daughter-in-law, the one who reads Hollywood columns. How do you do?
It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Addison. Oh, this is all quite a treat for me, but I must admit I didn't expect to see the birth of a star.
Well, it's not the birth that counts, it's the maturity. And Carol's talent won't have that until I bring it out of him. Mr. Jones, did you find the answer to your rumors yet?
Well, it could be more than rumors. I may have found a murder.
Oh, come on, Jones, really. All the murders are in her script.
I know, but the happenings surrounding the death of Mr. Chambers could be just as clever. What time was it you said that you and your friends had dinner?
Mr. Jones, you may not be a newspaper man, but you're making me wish you were.
How's that?
Well, you see, I still am not speaking to them. It's a pleasure meeting you.
How did you like it?
How'd you do it? How'd you get the test?
The old success story. Right place at the right time.
Oh, come on, Carl. When we first got down here, you tried working on me and struck out. How'd you reach Darren?
I told Darren I saw him kill Chambers.
What?
It's a plain old-fashioned bluff. Saw a little, said a lot.
Carl, you're sick.
Am I? Then why'd he test me? Because he's scared. I'm a good poker player, Phil. Ask your brilliant boss what he was doing out here last night. Go ahead. He did it, Phil.
Yeah, sure. I waited on the Hollywood people last night. Let's see, there was Miss Winston and Darren Addison and his girl Friday. Oh, and that Tarcher fella. Miss Winston has a suite here, you know.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, you have a good memory. How long did the dinner last?
Oh, they're very sophisticated people. Before dinner drinks, after dinner drinks, wine. They must have been here for 3 hours. I don't know, sometime after 11.
Anybody leave early?
You know, I had a lot of people to serve. Gotta hustle if you want to make a buck. You know what I mean. Funny thing about these Hollywood people, small tippers. Like, I should be so happy serving them, who needs money?
I take it you didn't like them.
Well, let's say that when they talk to you, you ain't really there. Too busy waiting for the phone to ring.
The phone?
Yeah, that Addison guy, he must have been born with one in his hand. Big man.
You took some calls?
All evening. Sent the veal back because it got cold. Like it was my fault. You got any idea how long it takes a hot plate to get cold?
Where did you take the calls?
Out there. Acted like it was some kind of a Skid Row joint when I told him we don't have table hookups.
Well, I guess a man with connections gets used to them. Thanks.
Thank you. You know, I don't know why they call it Hollywood. According to Switchboard, most of those calls came from Beverly Hills or Burbank.
Oh, yes, Miss Harmon, as Mr. Jones is doing an investigation on the cause of death, he thought that if it was possible to pin down the rumors about the picture, it might help.
Well, I do believe you've piqued my interest. With all this investigating going on, maybe I better get up there myself tomorrow.
But the information.
Don't you worry about that now. I promise you, when we all get together, we'll have a very interesting chat.
I look forward to it.
That gossip columnist of yours have anything to tell us?
Mm-hmm. She said I piqued her interest. She's coming up here tomorrow personally.
Piqued?
Look, I'm not one to go running the contract, Ross, but I do have creative control, and I want Mitchell for this film. Well, at least consider him, will you, Ross? Ross!
Let me guess. He's interesting, but not right for the lead. Was that Ross's line?
He's been reading those books about old moguls. Said I promised him an established star, and he's making a list of availables for me to pick from.
And if you don't want any of them?
Well, there's no picture.
It's going to be tough on Mitchell. Do you want me to talk to him?
No, I'll talk to him. Why don't you go up and get some sleep? I got to think this thing through.
Darren, about Mitchell.
No, don't worry about him. I'll talk to him. I'm so used to turning people down, I'll have him smiling by morning. How's that, huh? Yeah, good night.
I don't believe it. The studio couldn't have turned me down.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Oh, no, you're gonna do more than just be sorry, Darren. You're gonna give me that part.
Look, Mitchell, you're not listening to me. I tried. I've done all I possibly could.
Not quite all, Darren. You haven't gone to prison yet. And you will if you don't figure a way.
Look, there are gonna be other pictures, other parts. Now, you got my word, all right?
So did Chambers. You want me to tell that Mr. Jones just how you kept it?
Don't talk nonsense.
Nonsense? Is that why you're sweating? You want me to describe it for you, Darren? Or maybe I should act out just how you started the fire, work the liftgate. Hey, you know, it is kind of funny. The great Darren Addison in prison. Hey, Darren, I know. You could always start a little theater group.
Something on your mind, Mr. Jones?
Oh, poor Carl.
All right, let's get him out of here.
How stupid. How really very stupid. Should have known better.
Known better about what, Mr. Addison?
Oh, actors, they're over-emotional, like children. I should have made sure someone stayed with them last night.
Did you see Mr. Mitchell last night?
Well, no, I talked to him on the telephone. I told him the studio refused him for the lead.
You called him? What time?
11, but he called me.
Good. The switchboard ought to be able to confirm that. Help fix the time of death.
Oh, I don't think so. Carl called from a payphone, didn't he, Darren?
Yeah, he was too nervous to stay in. I shouldn't have told him.
You were with Mr. Addison when he received the call?
Yeah, we were working very late on the script last night. Look, you mustn't blame yourself, Darren. You were very gentle with Carl.
Well, I guess we better go, Phil. Sheriff, if there's anything at all I can do to help, please don't hesitate to call.
I have to go, too. I'm expecting a very important guest.
Oh, well, have a nice day, Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Sheriff. If I do, you'll be the first to know.
I don't know how to play it, Phil.
In that case, just say thanks.
You lied for me. Why?
If they put you away for murder, where does that leave me?
Murder. You can't believe that, Phil.
You're a fine director, Darren. But let's face it, you're not much of an actor. Carl told me he was blackmailing you. The sad part is, if you'd taken me into your confidence, I could have told you he was bluffing.
That was all an act?
Carl was truly a fine actor. As good as you're going to have to be if you want to keep them from nailing you.
Will you help me?
Yeah. But you'll have to cooperate and let me work everything out.
Okay, it's all yours.
Now, how did you get into that paint shed?
With a key from the production trailer.
You still have it?
Yeah.
Good. That's all we need.
You've always been here taking care of me, haven't you? And I didn't even know. You've always loved me, haven't you?
And you've always known it.
Barnaby, I don't understand. You don't mind my calling you Barnaby, do you? I mean, it's just so much more on team. But anyway, I don't understand why I've never seen you in L.A.
Well, Miss Harmon, maybe we move in different circles.
Call me Iris, please. Do you know, I've never met anyone like you. I've never met anyone so, well, so people.
Miss Harmon,
And that's a compliment coming from me. Believe me, any of my readers can tell you that, because you just don't meet very many real people in Hollywood. Isn't that right,
Betty?
Betty.
And she's absolutely right, Barnaby.
well, in that case, thank you, Miss Harmon. Iris. But weren't we going to talk about some other people?
Well, according to my sources, the trouble on this film went a lot deeper than the late Mr. Chambers. It's true, he was terrible shape and getting worse every day, but he was also having a really bad effect on the enfant terrible.
What kind of an effect?
Well, he was shaking Darren's confidence. Not that it couldn't use a little shaking, but that doesn't help the making of a film very much, does it? And from what I hear, Image of Evil is a bomb.
A bomb?
El Stinko. They tell me that the studio bosses are absolutely loathe the dailies. Dailies, that's the film footage that they shoot every day, you know? Anyway, they tell me that before Mr. Chambers' death, they were seriously considering firing not only him, but Darren Addison as well.
Does Mr. Addison know that?
Well, he should. I mean, the rumor mill works both ways, you know?
Just how serious is that to be fired from this one picture?
Oh, darling, for Darren, it's a disaster. I mean, this is his first big-budget film. Now, if he blows this one, he'll probably never get a big production again.
It's a pretty powerful incentive to make some changes, don't you think, Barnaby?
Yeah, well, now he'll be able to make all the changes he wants to. Well, I mean, after the insurance company pays off the studio, he'll be able to start all over again from scratch. With everything, including a new star.
That's interesting. It's very interesting, Miss Harmon.
Iris, remember?
Iris.
Oh, Barnaby, you haven't heard anything yet. I have the most delicious, nasty little stories to tell you.
Sorry, ma'am, but you can't go in there.
Oh, well, I just wanted to pick up Carl's copy of the script. It's studio property.
Sorry, ma'am, but the room's sealed till after the investigation's over. You've got to keep it locked.
Oh. Well, I guess you have your job to do, same as I do. Weren't you directing traffic while we were shooting near town the other day?
Yeah, it was. Nice of you to notice.
Well, that's part of my job, too. Noticing an interesting face for movies. Deputy, what did you say your name was?
Price, Deputy Jack Price.
Well, now, Jack, tell me the truth now. Can you ride a horse?
Sure.
Well, because you know we're going to need a new stuntman now.
Well, I do say you can make good money at that. Couldn't be any more dangerous than being an officer of the law.
Come on, Jack, let's get the stuff out of here.
Well, Sheriff, I don't understand.
We'll be going through Mr. Mitchell's belongings. The best place to do that is back at headquarters. Come on, let's get him.
Better check the bathroom.
All clear.
But can't I at least have the script?
Sorry, ma'am.
You did it?
Walk in the park.
clinches it all right, Mr. Jones. Mitchell had the key to the paint shack all right.
Does this mean you've come around to my way of thinking?
Well, I'm willing to accept the fact that the paint shack was broken into and maybe even that Chambers was murdered. But the way I see it, Mitchell killed Chambers because he wanted the part. That's what they call showbiz, isn't it?
It doesn't seem logical that he'd work so hard to get ahead and then kill himself so soon.
Yeah, but he didn't get the part. Found out it was all for nothing.
Here it is, Barnaby.
Thank you. What kind of a knot would you call this?
Oh, come on, Jones. It's a slip knot, of course.
Coroner's report said that Mitchell had a tattoo on his arm, USN. Seems to be any sailor would know at least 6 knots would be more efficient than this one.
I checked Mitchell's insurance record, Sheriff. He was in the Navy for 3 years.
You mean to say you think Mitchell was murdered, too?
Maybe. I could just explain how this key got in his wallet.
That room was sealed off. My man wouldn't let anybody get past him. Only person who tried was that gal who's been hanging around with Addison.
Phyllis Schaefer?
Uh-huh.
May I use your phone?
Yeah, go right ahead. Look, we can pick her up if you want to talk to her.
No, not yet. Sometimes the best results don't come from the lever that you've got, but who you select to pull it.
Darren, I know what a pain the press is to you, especially my kind of
Well,
press.
Iris, you keep coming around with that good gossip and we could become the best of friends. Your information is accurate, right?
Well, it comes right from the horse's mouth. According to Barnaby Jones, his investigation is over.
Both he and the sheriff agreed that Chambers was murdered by Carl Mitchell?
That's the official word. Well, good luck, Darren. And don't forget, an exclusive interview the minute you get back to L.A. Phyllis, dear, would you show me the way to my car?
Oh, of course, Miss Harmon. This way.
Thank you, Phyllis. You know, dear, I'm really very impressed with you. I think you're taking this awfully well.
You're a very strong young lady.
Strong? What am I being strong about?
Oh, darling, I'm sorry. Well, I thought you and Darren had made the decision together.
Wait, what decision are you talking about?
Well, the decision to take the studio pressure off Darren by... Oh, look, dear. One of my most reliable sources just called to tell me that Darren had spoken to the studio this afternoon, and he had agreed that you were to be taken off the payroll. I don't know who's going to replace you as his assistant. Maybe that pretty little script girl they tell me you have. Oh, well, bright girl like you, I'm sure you'll find something else. Pretty thick, Barnaby. You better be right.
We'll soon know, Miss Harmon. You've been a big help.
Iris. And don't forget you owe me a dinner. If you don't call me, I'll call you.
That's nonsense, Phil. Why would I fire you?
Because you're the great Darren Addison. Because you're still so full of yourself you don't understand that you still need me.
Look, I know a good thing when I have it, and you're the best thing that ever happened to me, Phil.
No, Darren, babe. Don't pull that phony candor with me. I've seen what a good liar you are.
I'm not a liar, not with you.
You can't help it, but you are. Darren, what did you think? That because I love you, I'd go along with whatever you want?
Of course.
I'm warning you, Darren. I'll blow this sky high if you force me. Darren! 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 Look at me! If I were a man, I'd be directing. But I'm not a man.
So instead, I have to ride your precious coattails and I wait. For what? For you to love me? For a job? Darren, we both know about rumors. Why would anybody start this one? Unless it's true.
I don't know, Phyllis. I don't know, believe me.
I would have done anything you asked. All I wanted in return was to be along for the ride.
What are you thinking, about killing me?
No. I'm just going to turn you into the police.
No, not if I take that gun from you. You're not a killer, remember? I am. You couldn't have killed Chambers or Mitchell. And you can't kill me.
He's right, Miss Schaefer. I've heard enough. It's all over.
I lied for Darren, Mr. Jones.
I figured you did. Give me the gun.
All right, hold it! All right, I'm gonna have to improvise, Phil. But I'm good at that. Come on, move, both of you. All right, come on, up those steps now. Come on, move it! All right. I want to feel sorry about your fall from the balcony, but I'll choreograph it nicely.
You disappoint me, Mr. Addison. I expected a much more dramatic staging of a moment like this from you.
It'll be dramatic. You'll try to prevent Phyllis from taking your own life after the bad news. It'll look like you two are struggling over the gun. Speaking of guns, Mr. Jones, where's yours?
Darren, no!
You trapped, Mr. Jones. Throw your gun out.
Get an ambulance.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Epsom, also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Shirley Knight, Jane Elliott, Quinn Redeker, Joshua Bryant. Tonight's episode, Fantasy of Fear.
thunderstorms when I'm alone.
Well, thanks a lot. You know what I mean. I wish Vincent were home.
Oh, look, why don't we call it a game? Your heart's not in it. It's like taking candy from a baby. Oh, I'm sorry. You know me. I only open my mouth to change feet.
It's all right. I'm going to have to learn to live with thunderstorms, words that hurt.
Don't start to brood, Kay. Won't bring Sandy back, and we don't want you sent away again.
It'll take some time.
Time's up. We all gave you a year with those high-priced shrinks. Now it's time you rejoined the human race, my friend.
I'm trying, Anne.
Kay, you've got everything. You have enough money to carpet the ocean from here to Hawaii. You have a beautiful man who loves you. All right, you're a rotten backgammon player, but you're a wonderful neighbor, and those are very hard to come by. So shape up and stick around.
I'm still here.
Look, you want to spend the night at my house? I'm dying to know if I snore.
No, I'm going to call Vincent, say goodnight, and then I'm going to bed.
Okay. And I would offer to help you clean up, but you're the only person I know who can afford disposable Dresden.
Do you want a flashlight? It's so dark.
My dear, when you have walked home from as many blind dates as I have, night and dark are the safest places there are. Good night.
Good evening. Phoenix Graybriar.
Hello, this is Mrs. Vincent Lewiston calling from Los Angeles. Would you ring my husband's room, please?
Just a moment, please. I'm sorry, ma'am. We show no Vincent Lewiston registered.
Well, are you sure? It's Lewiston, Lewiston.
I'm sorry. I have no Lewiston shown. Would you like to speak to the desk clerk?
No, that's all right. Thank you. Hello?
Mommy?
Who's this?
Mommy, is that you, Mommy?
I'm afraid you have the wrong number.
I only had one dime left. Mommy said to call when I get out of the show. I don't have any more money.
Don't cry. Please, don't cry. Where are you?
The Colony Theater. Now I've got to walk home in the dark.
No, dear, don't do that. Just give me your number, and I'll call your mother for you. Hello? Did you hear... Hello?
A bear, you see. How long was it before you went back to the car?
Half an hour. Maybe longer. I'd remembered I'd left the lights on in the car, but the panda bear was gone.
Could the panda bear have been stored somewhere where neighborhood kids might have found it and dragged it out to play with it?
No. After my daughter was killed, while I was in the sanitarium, Vincent, my husband, got rid of all the toys. Everything. I asked him to.
And if it was there, it would have been put there, and if it was gone, it would have been taken away.
If I'm not hallucinating or imagining things, I really can't be sure. I feel like my sanity hangs on that thin little two-letter word if.
This photographer you spoke of, Robert Justin Black.
He showed up at the house a few days before what would have been Sandy's 8th birthday.
You said he claimed you had made an appointment.
Yes, to take Sandy's birthday picture. I sent him away. I don't think I was very nice.
Then on the day that would have been her birthday, the delivery boy came and brought a blue bicycle?
Yes, just like the one Sandy was riding on the day that she was killed by that hit-and-run driver.
Oh, dear.
Have you told this to anyone?
No, I wanted to, but I was afraid.
Who are you afraid of?
Me, I guess. The doctor didn't want me to come home quite so soon. And poor Vincent has enough to worry about. The truth is, I just don't want to be sent away again.
Your husband was in Phoenix.
Yes. He's had to travel a lot in the last 4 years. Since my father died, he's managed the company. I guess I've been very selfish. I've made him suffer all of his grief over Sandy alone.
Did you remember about bringing the picture of yourself I asked you for?
Yes. My husband will be home. I should be there.
Oh, why don't you go? And just remember that you left all your troubles here.
I'll try. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Betty, why don't you start checking into the appointment record of that photographer? I'll see what I can do about clearing up this bicycle business.
Do you think it really happened? I mean, the way she told it.
Well, I'm certain of one thing. She believes it did.
What are you doing here?
Please don't call the sheriff, ma'am. Don't call him again.
Then what are you doing here? You have no business here.
Go away.
All of you, please. Just go away.
Hey!
Vincent.
What's going on?
So glad you're back. Oh, it's those kids. I wish they'd find some other stretch of beach to find themselves on.
Honey, kids are going to be kids. If you're going to let them bother you, they're going to make a whole career out of it. How's everything else, all right?
Fine.
Good. Heard you had some rain last night.
I tried to call you at your hotel. They said you weren't registered.
Oh, how do you like that? Wonder how many other calls I missed. Some mix-up, I guess. Hey, I tell you what. I'll get changed and get out of my corporate tie, and we'll go for a walk on the beach. Where did this come from?
I don't know. Those kids, I guess.
Catch. A bicycle just like this one.
Well, that's not what I said. I said this is the bike.
Yeah, I know you did. I just wanted to be sure you remembered exactly.
Oh, I remember exactly. I had to call all over town to get a blue one. It had to be blue, she said.
Why did she want a blue one?
Well, she said that her daughter, Sandy, had to have a blue one.
When I was a kid, color didn't mean anything, as long as it had two wheels.
What's this all about, anyway, Mr.
Jones, Barnaby Jones. Well, I think somebody's trying to play a practical joke on some friends of mine. I just want to be sure. Did this lady...
Mrs. Lewis, I got her address right here on the delivery slip. She said to deliver it and that her husband would pay us when we got there, COD.
That's not the way it worked out.
Some people. I mean, I sent Eddie with our truck way out to Culver City to get it, right? And then he made a special trip way out to Malibu. And when he gets there, she jumps all over him, accuses him of playing some kind of a sick joke on her, and demands that he return it. And there it sits.
Well, I think I can explain part of it. This lady ever been in the shop?
It's a practical joke, all right. And it's still on me. Yeah, that's her, Mrs. Lewiston. You say this lady's a friend of yours, mister? Well, you better see that she gets help, because she's just plain crazy.
Honey, listen. On those kids, if they keep bugging you, just wave at them. Drives them crazy to think you're friendly. Bye, baby.
See now. Did I or didn't I? Can't be too safe.
Dan? Dan, what are you doing here?
Morning. You send a boy wonder off to play with your factory?
I asked you not to just walk in here like this.
I was just taking my morning constitutional and I ran out of gas. Always keep a light in the bar, coast to the coast.
I don't care how many other houses you walk into and out of around here, but I prefer you came here when you were invited. Now, why don't you take your Bloody Mary and go?
Married me, you wouldn't be left alone here all the time, like some piece of driftwood.
You know, not being married to you is a blessing that grows brighter with every year. Now, come on, shoot, go.
You didn't used to talk like that. Not back in school. Summers out on Bar Harbor, necking on Scudic Point.
Oh, come on now, grow up. Stop reliving your childhood.
Our families expected us to get married. You let them down. Young Horatio Alger came in there and kidnapped you right out from under my nose.
Dan, if our friendship over the years means anything to you...
Friendship? I never found one other girl to take your place. Now look at me. Look what you did to me, Kay.
I'm sorry, Dan, but I'm not going to take the blame.
I'll settle for just a little warm understanding. For old time's sake.
Now, stop. Now, stop it. I said stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I knocked, but the front door is a little far from the ringside.
Mr. Parker was just leaving.
Yes, yes, he was. Yes, indeed. You win round one. I want to thank you for your hostility. Have a good day, sir.
From the look of him, he won't be on his feet for round two.
Dan Parker, one of our resident bottle babies.
He does have his first feeding early, doesn't he?
Well, what's the verdict, Dr. Jones? I take it you've been looking into my symptoms?
I had Betty check with a photographer. His answering service does have a record that somebody called up to set up an appointment, but it doesn't show whether it was a man or a woman.
Meaning it could have been me.
Not necessarily. the man in the bicycle shop's going to be difficult to convince. I showed him your picture, and he was certain that you were the one who ordered the bicycle.
That isn't possible. I don't believe this is happening.
Well, one layer doesn't make a cake. Let's wait till all the facts come in. I was hoping your husband would be here.
Not yet, please, Mr. Jones. I don't want him to know yet.
Well, I have to talk to him about the toys sometime. If you did not imagine all this, then someone may be trying to do you harm. Are you sure he was in Phoenix the night before last?
At this point, I'm not sure about anything, Mr. Jones. When I called the hotel that night, they said he wasn't registered.
And what does he say?
That there was some mix-up. Those things happened. Vincent wouldn't lie to me.
Well, when shadowy things are going on, I have to look in the shadows.
Vincent is my whole life, Mr. Jones. I trust him.
Cut. All right, set up this packet shot. That was fine, Doreen. The point is, you see, we not only have to convince the ladies out there that they get a Bermuda tan in every bottle, but they get a body like that to boot. I'm sorry to interrupt your work. Oh, interrupt me at work, but never at play. What's on your mind?
I don't quite know how to ask this.
Try putting it in the form of a question.
And you're probably my oldest and my dearest friend.
Well, that's very flattering to me, but it doesn't speak very highly for you. Did you and Vincent have a row?
No, nothing like that.
Too bad. I was ready to take his side.
And I was away a long time.
Well, I guess when they put you in a room with no knob on your side of the door, it seems like a long time.
Long enough, maybe, for Vincent to get interested in someone else.
Vincent? I'll tell you what you're talking about. I'm a very close neighbor with two all-seeing eyes separated by a very nosy nose. And you want to know if I saw any fun and frolic going on at your house with strange females while you were in the shrink tank. Am I right?
You have such a warm, compassionate way of putting things, Anne.
Well, you don't need warmth or compassion. You need a good spanking.
Maybe.
Look, Kay. All men are dogs. But Vincent is strictly a one-woman dog, believe me. I tried to seduce him a couple of times myself, once with a chocolate layer cake, and the other time with my noodle casserole, and those are my two best shots. And all he talked about were you and business. And I think you had it over business at least 2 to 1.
Well, I just thought
That's your problem. You imagine things.
Ready to go, Miss Danvers.
Oh, look, I've got to go before Miss Suntan fries herself underneath those lights.
Thanks, you're a treasure. You really are.
Oh, don't tell me. Tell Long John Silver in case he's still looking for treasure.
Thanks.
I said no. Now let me go.
Well, Mr. Parker, doesn't seem to be your day for girls.
Well, the day's young. I shall cast my net elsewhere. Sit down. Join me in a touch of social anesthetic.
Thank you, but the sea air is intoxicating enough for me.
Hemingway daiquiri. Rum over ice with just a breath of lime.
It's like they're cheating me on the line.
An acute observation, Mr.
Jones, Barnaby Jones.
You here to chastise me for that innocent little sparring with Kay which you observed this morning?
No, just curious as to why you wanted to hurt Mrs. Lewiston.
Hurt? Dear Kay inflicted the unkindest cut of all 10 years ago. She married that shining tower of ambition.
Lewiston seemed well suited.
She has yet to reap the full grief of her folly.
I think Mrs. Lewiston has had her share of unhappiness.
One of these days, I'm gonna straighten up to new heights of respectability. She'll weep for the mistakes she made.
The sheriff might be interested in hearing your plans for self-improvement.
If you're making a point, don't just whittle away at it.
Mr. Parker, you have a record of 3 arrests for beating up on women.
Little misunderstandings. No charges were ever filed.
Maybe the ladies were paid for their bruises. That keeps it private, but nonetheless painful.
As you say, private. My private life is my own business.
Your private life seems to have been a history of getting your own way or hurting someone. My only concern is what punishment you feel Mrs. Lewiston deserves.
Look, Jones, I don't know whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or what you are.
Friend.
Well, you're not on my list. So I must ask you to leave. This is a private table by invitation only.
Well, Mr. Parker, if Mrs. Lewiston is on your list, my advice is to take her off, because any further bruises to Mrs. Lewiston might result in repayment in kind.
Who's out there? Please help me. Who is it? Mommy, Mommy, it's me. Help me. Sandy. Mommy, please help me. Mommy, Mommy, it hurts. Help me. Sandy. Sandy. Mommy, here I am. Help me. Please hurry.
Hey, what are you doing here? Honey, what are you doing out here? I come home and the door's standing wide open. You're not in the house. What? Oh, good God. What happened?
I heard sounds and I went outside. When I got to the bluff, I saw him fall down onto the rocks.
Sheriff, really, she's in no shape for this.
No reason to trouble you any further right now. You know, Barnaby, I always figured that something like this might happen to Dan Parker.
You think he just walked off there in the dark?
Well, better walking than driving. Just lucky he didn't take 2 or 3 innocent people with him on the highway. Well, thank you both very much.
Miss Lewiston, what voice you heard? Did it sound like the child's voice you heard on the telephone?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Honey, now look, I'm sure you thought you heard a voice. But listen, imagination plays funny tricks on all of us sometimes, you know.
I heard it. I know I heard it.
Well, look, the doctor gave you a sedative for a reason. Why don't you go on in now and try to get some sleep? This whole thing's gonna look a lot clearer to you after a good rest, okay?
Maybe I should. I'm very tired. Mr. Jones.
You go on, plop all those worries into a goose-down pillow. You know, I'm a fisherman, and sometimes a line that looks all snarled up will come free with just one little tug.
Now, Mr. Jones. I want you to tell me something. What are you fishing for here? The Kay said she hired you. Some nonsense about a panda bear. And a phone call from a theater that's not even open. What is all that?
Well, it could be that somebody's trying to convince your wife she's losing her mind.
Ah, I see. No. You see, Sandy's death left some very deep scars on Kay. I mean, that woman walked around this house speechless for weeks. She was next to catatonic. And, you know, we thought and hoped that the time she spent in the sanitarium and healed the wounds, but... well, maybe not.
Mr. Lewison, I understand your wife tried to call you in Phoenix the night of the big storm and didn't get you.
Yeah, I explained that whole thing to her. That was just, you know, a big mix-up down there is all.
No, it wasn't a mix-up. I investigated it personally. You checked out of the hotel at 7:30 that evening.
Listen to me. I don't want you ever to breathe a word of that to her.
Maybe you better explain.
I'll explain. It's very simple. See, Kay is deathly afraid of small private planes. Now, I promised her that I would never fly in one. Well, I had to be in Long Beach that next morning. I've got a friend with a small private plane, and he agreed to fly me, and I accepted, but I don't want her to know that. I spent the night in a motel down there in Long Beach. Next day, I transacted my business and came on back.
Well, maybe you can give me the call letters of the plane or identify the motel?
Mr. Jones, really, I've plowed through so many figures in there this last month. I mean, you know, I can barely remember my own phone number.
Mr. Lewison, you realize that Long Beach is well within the range of anyone attempting to terrify your wife?
Are you accusing me?
If you're so firmly convinced that all these strange happenings are purely imaginary, then how can you get the feeling that anybody's accusing you of anything? Tell your wife I'll call her after she gets some rest.
Hey!
Get out of here.
Come on, Steve!
Hey, Buzz, you got a plan!
Oh, what do you know about that?
Yeah, Barnaby, there's nothing we didn't expect in the preliminary autopsy report. A long fall and a hard landing.
Blood alcohol content rather low. You couldn't really arrest a man for drunk driving with a count that low.
Well, drunk walking is something else, especially up there along that bluff where the footing's bad enough in daylight, let alone in the dark.
Distance from the path to the bluff is only a few feet. Might make a world of difference in whether Dan Parker died accidentally or on purpose.
Oh, you private investigators. You have a habit of trying to make something out of nothing.
That may be, but one thing I'm out of the habit of, though, is changing tires.
Oh?
Have you got anything on 3 young people, 2 fellas and a girl? One of the fellas sometimes wears a football jersey, short sleeve, number 66.
Oh. Young kid, about 17, straight blonde hair?
Yeah. Little rascal just let the air out of my tire. And the other 2 handled the wheels, the getaway van.
Well, Barnaby, if you want to sign a complaint, their folks will be over here before the ink is dry. Besides that, they'll bring a lawyer who makes more in 1 week than I make in an entire year.
Regular customers.
Well, we try to grin until they grow out of it. I was sure wish they'd bring spanking back into popularity.
They have anything in their record that the state would consider more than a spanking offense?
Well, we hauled them in here a couple of months ago. Somebody complained about them having a marijuana party on the beach.
No sale?
No evidence. We gave them a talk about support your local sheriff and let them go. Funny thing, though. They kept accusing Mrs. Lewiston of turning him in.
She didn't say anything about that to me.
Well, it wasn't her at all. I told them that. They wouldn't believe me. The young girl, Angie, kept yelling, "That lady's been crazy ever since her kid was killed. They ought to put her away, not us."
Maybe Kay came home from the hospital too soon, Vincent.
Sure, not soon enough. I don't know what to think.
Kay, should you be up?
Hello, sweetie. How are you, better?
I feel a little dizzy.
Well, sit down. Here, take it
No, I just realized I haven't had anything to eat since yesterday noon. Oh, well, I'll rustle up something potluck, if I can find the pot. No, I'll do it myself. I don't want to be waited on like I'm some sort of patient. I think there's some bread in the freezer.
The sandwiches be all right?
Sure. Kay, what is it? Kay, what is it? Kay, sit down. What is it? What is it?
Kay, I'll call the doctor. She needs help.
Kay. Kay.
Let's have a little talk, Sonny.
Hey!
You run away this time, and I'm going to drive this thing right in the water and let the tide fill it up.
Okay. Okay, so I let the air out of your tire. So I plead temporary insanity.
You're getting pretty long-legged to be cute anymore, son. All I want to do is have a talk.
About what?
The Lewiston house. Cars seem to have a tendency to get flat tires up there. You been up to anything else up there?
We always hang out there. That's our territory.
What about 2 nights ago, the night it rained?
Hey, we know enough to stay out of the rain.
What about last night?
Oh. Angie dragged us off to some friend's house to make pizza. We missed the whole thing. That lush Parker taking his dive, I mean.
That's your territory. You must have had a good opportunity to see what went on up there when Mrs. Lewiston was in the hospital.
So the house has got two-way glass. So what are you getting at?
See anybody else up there while Mrs. Lewiston was away?
Only that woman.
What woman?
I don't know. I never really got a close look at her.
Did she spend a lot of time with Mr. Lewiston?
No, mostly she was up there when he wasn't even home. Used to see her walking around inside the house. Taking care of things for that crazy lady, I guess.
Or herself, maybe?
How is she, Doctor? Kay is suffering from severe shock, Vincent. What happened?
Well, I don't think I know. She slept for a while after that sedative that you gave her. Then she woke up, she was hungry, she went into the kitchen.
Did she say anything before? Was she rational?
Oh, yeah. What'd she say? She said, I think I've got a loaf of bread in the freezer, if you don't mind sandwiches.
Then when she came back out, she was, well, you saw.
Well, we won't know any more for 2 or 3 hours. She's sleeping now. I'll be in touch with you, Vincent.
Thank you, Dr. Mars. I've got a whole office full of people from Washington in about 25 minutes. I've got to get to a phone and cancel.
No need to do that. The doctor said it's going to be 2 or 3 hours. I'll call you if anything happens. Go on.
All right. Thank you, Annie.
Don't
Thank
worry.
you. No, if I can catch a cab, I'll just about make it. Another time, Mr. Jones, please.
Such a terrible strain on him. I don't know how he manages.
You mentioned calling a taxi. Did he ride here in the ambulance with Mrs. Lewiston?
Yeah. It's a good thing, too. I was so upset I could hardly drive myself. Poor Kay.
You've known her a long time.
Yeah. I used to be able to make her laugh. I guess that's all over now.
Barnaby, you know, when it's not your own home sweet home, I think it's called breaking and entering.
Are you getting too old for this kind of work, Betty?
I'm just offering a legal observation.
Well, keep observing. On a round trip from the patio to the kitchen, Mrs. Lewiston saw something that caused her to go into shock. I wonder if it could have been this.
May I see it? Oh, what a pretty little girl. Is this the panda she was talking about?
Or one just like it. Panda that walks in the rain.
Barnaby, you don't think she was imagining it all, do you? I mean, the panda and the voices?
possible that Dan Parker heard the same voice. Let's go look in the kitchen. I think I have a loaf of bread in the freezer, is what she said.
Well, she was right about the bread.
She wouldn't be scared speechless by a loaf of frozen bread.
What's that?
Get me that picture from the living room. Looks like our panda could have come in out of the rain.
When she opened the freezer door.
Find me a knife.
She said one eye was loose.
Kay Lewiston has been seeing and hearing things that are real, not imagined. I want you to do some checking for me, real fast.
I can't stay here overnight, Anne.
Calm down.
Where's Vincent?
I can't get in touch with Vincent. I have tried for 2 hours, but I'm sure he'd want you to stay right here.
I can't. I can't stay in this place.
All right. I'll take you home. Maybe he'll be there when we get there.
Just want to get out of here.
No, this way.
Vincent isn't here.
He'll be here. You'll see.
I don't want to go to bed. I want to wait for Vincent.
If you think I'm going to sit and grow old with you waiting for Vincent, I operate a drive-home tuck-in service, that's all. Now get undressed and get into a robe. I'll draw you a nice warm bath. What is it? What's the matter?
Didn't you hear it?
Hear what?
Listen.
Mommy, help me.
There. Did you hear it? Kay, I didn't hear anything. Get hold of yourself. The bath will help you relax. The sounds will go away.
Please, Mommy, it hurts. Help me, Mommy. Mommy. Please, Mommy. I'm hurt. It hurts. Mommy.
Kay! Do you hear me, Kay? In the closet, Sandy's teddy bear. There's nothing in there. You're not well, Kay. We know that, don't we? You're not going to get well. Never. We know that now, don't we?
I can't live this way. I want to die.
I know. I understand.
I want to be with Sandy. Die. I want to die.
Mommy? Here I am, Mommy.
No, please stop. Please stop.
I'll help you. It'll all be over. No more voices. No more pain. Don't worry, Kay. It's all so easy. Come on. Vincent. Please, where are you? Vincent? Don't worry about Vincent. He'll be fine with me. He needs a strong woman. Oh, please don't, Sandy. Here you are, Kay. It's all so easy. The door will be locked and no one will know. Go on, take it. Go on, Kay.
Mommy? Mommy, help me. Mommy, help me.
I miss my baby. You'll see your baby. Not long now. And don't worry about Vincent.
Mommy, please.
You're very talented, Miss Danvers, but I don't think your talent quite extends to a perfect murder.
No! Oh, Vincent, I'm so glad you're here. You don't know what's been going on. You've got to get me out of here immediately.
You're not going anywhere, Ann. You're not going anywhere.
All of you. You were all in on this together.
Why, Ann? Why would you do this?
Why?
Yes, I want to know why you did it.
Because I love you. She bought you. A weak, silly woman falling apart like a fragile doll over a child. You need a strong woman. You need me. You need me.
Operator, give me the sheriff.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Monty Markham, Catherine Justice, Lyndon Childs. Tonight's episode, Doomed Alibi.
Anyway, there it was. It was pitch black. The fellow was way up at the top of the tree. Couldn't even see his hair in front of his face. All of a sudden, the limb let go, and there it is, hit the ground, flat like a rock. Then all the dogs jumped on him except old Lou.
George.
And then old Lou jumped on him.
Isn't that Vince Barrett?
I think it is. Oh, Henry, hey, this is fantastic. There you go, girls. Dig in. Come on, just dig in, dig in. Oh, Henry, that's just what the man ordered.
George, do you think he'd take a picture with us?
Oh, now, Irma, let's not bother.
Oh, come on, George.
Irma.
That's the first movie star I've ever seen. Come on, George.
Just keep all the wine and the food flowing, Henry. As the man said, we pass this way but once.
Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Barrett?
Huh?
Mr. Barrett? George Anderson, Duluth, Minnesota.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Anderson. Henry, would you pour some champagne for the ladies?
Oh, this here's my wife, Irma.
Miss Anderson, my pleasure.
Oh, George and I never missed one of your television shows.
Well, thank you.
Comanche Sun, Flaming Desert, Slinging Lead.
Well, you folks are mighty kind, but you sure are going back a few years. I've been out of the show business for some time now, and I'm just ordinary businessman today.
Oh, not in our eyes, Mr. Barrett. Why, you're still one of our favorite Western stars.
Well, thank you, Miss Anderson.
Mr. Barrett, any chance of you taking a picture with me and the wife?
Best chance in the world, Mr. Anderson. It'd be my pleasure. Rita, it is Rita, isn't it, honey? Here, grab that old camera and just snap a picture of me and these fine folks here.
Oh, Mr. Barrett, thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. Do it all the time. Love it, love it.
I'm so thrilled.
You ready?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that's him. Pretty free with that pencil, isn't he?
Why not? It's my signature, not his. What'd you say his name is again?
Hatfield. Rick Hatfield. Local disc jockey from some little burg up in the San Joaquin Valley. Santa Carlita, I believe. You want me to call the police?
No.
No. He's already done this 3 times. I think we should call the police.
No, not just yet. Shirley? There he is, sweetheart. Now suppose you find out just how good an impersonation that fella does of me.
Vince, I don't like doing this sort of thing.
Honey, he's the reason I settled you in here. Now just be nice.
Just how nice am I supposed to be to you?
Nice enough to find out what I want to know. Go on. There you go. Oh, you need some more, Miss Anderson, huh?
She's a devil, I tell you.
Oh, them Minnesota girls. Well.
Aren't you Vince Barrett, the motion picture and TV star?
Yes, ma'am, but if that don't please you, I'll be glad to change myself into Snow White, 7 Dwarfs. Yes, sir. He might just come in real handy. Good evening, Ted.
Well, it wasn't until now.
Where's your houseman?
I gave him the night off. What is it, Barrett? I thought I made it clear. We have nothing further to talk about.
Now, Ted, listen to me, will you? Just give me 10 minutes.
I'll do better than that.
I'm going to see to it you get 20 years.
Ted.
You've stolen from me long enough. I'm having the company's books audited, and when they're finished, so are you. Now, if you don't mind.
Ted?
Now, come on, Ted. You got to listen to reason. I got into some bad investments. I got in over my head.
Not only a lousy crook, you're a rotten businessman as well.
Damn it, man, I'm your partner.
Ex-partner when the audit's done. And you're also an ex-cowboy star. Maybe with a little time off for good behavior, in 10 years, you'll be an ex-con.
You can't do that.
You just watch me. If I were you, I'd get a good lawyer, and fast.
Mr. Jones, I'm sorry I'm late.
That's all right. You must be Chris. Great view you have here.
Oh, yeah. My father used to love this place. He spent as much time down here as he could.
Well, nobody can fault him for that. Say, you mind taking a walk on the beach while we're talking?
Not if you don't mind getting a little sand in your shoes.
Not at all. Very relaxing. Sound of the surf pounding on the beach. I guess, make it difficult to be heard if you're out there yelling for help.
You mean that's why none of the neighbors heard my father call for help? You're wrong, Mr. Jones. There was none.
According to the police report...
Hang the police report, Mr. Jones. My father's death was no accident. He was an excellent swimmer. And more importantly, he had a very hard, fast rule about anybody swimming alone, even himself.
Rules are made to be broken, Chris.
Years ago, his brother David drowned while swimming alone. Dad never got over that. Did you?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Could your father have lost this? I found it up on the deck.
Turquoise, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. More like something Vince Barrett would wear.
Vince Barrett? Cowboy actor?
Yeah, he was a partner of Dad's in a land development deal. Been down here a couple of times on business.
These floodlights, they work on a timer?
Yeah, that was another one of Dad's safety precautions. They come on at sundown every day.
Now, I understand that the beach lights were off when your father's houseman came home. He didn't find his body till he turned the beach lights on.
Which would mean that my father would have had to have turned those lights out and then gone into the surf alone. Now, surely you can't believe that, Mr. Jones.
Well, I don't know what I believe yet, but I just can't leave a question like that in the dark.
And that about wraps up KBEX's late morning news. Now back to the Rick Hatfield Show and some oldies of yesteryear. As the old Duke says, no song like an old song. Pilgrim. Hey, Marty, let me borrow your glasses, will you? I need them to read these commercials.
Then you shouldn't have left your glasses down in L.A.
Come on, babe. If you'd seen that girl, you wouldn't blame me if I'd forgotten my shoes.
Shoes, I'll loan you. My glasses I need.
Am I to understand you with the drive, a man of his size, just because the beauty of a young lady led him to misplace his glasses? Ooh.
You forget, I checked your action. The chicks you take out, you're better off without glasses.
Not this one, Marty. Sensational figure, low, sexy voice, and a face that would make Da Vinci wig out.
Yeah, sounds like you're the one wigged out.
Wigged out, turned on, and torn up.
Well, I suggest you gather yourself together. That record ends in 5 seconds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always said, show me a man who likes an old song, and I'll show you an old man. Yes, yes. And if you'd like to see an old man who'd like to see you, get yourself down to Crazy Ed Hayes. Got so many recreational vehicles on that lot of his.
Hi, I'm Barnaby Jones.
Oh, Mr. Jones, come on in. I'm Ben Rustin, Vince Barrett, attorney.
Thank you.
Vince? This is Barnaby Jones, a private investigator who called.
Detectives. You're one of them fellows that herded me and Wyatt and Bat and the rest of them right on off the tube.
Well, I wish my work were as easy as television shows make it look.
Well, sit down, Mr. Jones, and tell us how we can help lighten the load for you.
Thank you. Chris Mason asked me to look into the death of his father. I thought you might be able to help me.
Poor Ted. I not only lost a good partner, Mr. Jones, I lost a dear friend. I'll be glad to do whatever I can.
Did Mr. Mason have any setbacks recently? Any emotional upsets?
Ted Mason take his own life? You're barking up the wrong tree, Mr. Jones.
There's always a possibility that Ted might have committed suicide.
Suicide? Ted wasn't that kind of man.
Yeah, that's the way his son feels. Did he have any enemies?
Well, what man doesn't have a few, but none who'd do him in. No, Mr. Jones. On the face of it, I'm afraid I'd have to agree with the police. It had to be an accident.
Well, it's not the first time I wind up chasing my shadow around the rain barrel. Oh, I found this out at the Mason house. Chris thought it might belong to you.
I'll say it does. Came out of my hat band.
Probably lost it on Saturday night.
No, must have been 2 weeks or more. I've been turning this place upside down looking for it.
Then you weren't out at the Mason house over the weekend?
No, I spent the weekend at the Parkhurst Hotel up in Los Angeles. I do appreciate your finding this stone for me. It's a match set. I couldn't replace it.
Any more questions, Mr. Jones?
No, I don't think so right now. If I do have any, I'll give you a call. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. I don't like it, not one bit.
Don't get yourself worked up. The night Ted Mason died, you were at the Parkhurst Hotel.
Mm-hmm. And suppose Jones finds that fella who was really there.
I think maybe it's time I paid a call on our disc jockey friend. As your attorney, if I explain to him we're going to press charges, I think maybe he might be persuaded to cooperate.
Man should always consult with his lawyer first. Saves a lot of wear and tear in the long run.
Hello.
Shirley? Guess who?
Well, Vince Barrett, of all people. It's Hatfield. What do I do?
Blame along.
Well, how did you get this number?
From your answering service. Celebrities do have privileges, you know.
Well, it's awfully sweet of you to call, Vince.
It's awful short notice, I know, but, well, I sure would like to see you again.
He wants to see me again.
I told you he'd be a problem.
Tonight?
Tell him you'd like nothing better.
I'd love to, Vince.
What do you think?
He's got the phone number here. What happens if he connects you to Shirley? That could mean real trouble.
Ben, we got the company now. There's an awful lot at stake.
I know that.
Can you handle him?
Looks like I'll have to, doesn't it?
Permanently.
All right.
You have to understand, Mr. Jones, we get a lot of celebrities here with all the fans and groupies hanging around. Privacy is the watchword of our establishment.
Yeah, with me, too. I'm a private investigator.
Well, we sure get a lot of fellows like you, too. Bad for business.
Maybe I can help you with the overhead.
Vince Barrett.
Saturday night.
Spent the entire evening in his suite, private party, left a wake-up call at the desk at 1:30.
Now, hold on. That blew by so fast, I just got to breathe.
Well, let's see. There were the Andersons, a middle-aged couple that Barrett picked up by the pool, and a sharp-looking chick, Shirley. I didn't get the last name.
They're still in the hotel?
The Andersons made reservations at Valhalla in Apple Valley. I don't know about the chick. Or the guy who left the glasses.
Glasses?
Housekeeper found a pair of men's glasses in the room after Barrett checked out. They didn't belong to Mr. Anderson. I called Barrett's office. His secretary said he didn't wear glasses. Interesting.
Now, hold on just a minute. Don't tell me. Let me guess. You are in charge of the lost and found department, and the glasses are in your possession.
You got it.
If private eyes are bad for business, I'll bet you never see a recession.
I swear, if that fellow who painted the Mona Lisa could see you right now, he'd have to tear it up and start from scratch.
You could turn a girl's head, Mr. Barrett.
Oh, Vince, honey, same as before. We Barretts don't stand on ceremony.
Well, looks like you came prepared for one.
Flowers for now, a little champagne for later. My daddy always said if you can't win a lady's heart between those two, you don't deserve the family name. Do you mind if we use up a little bit of your sparkling water?
No.
My mama used to say, give cut flowers a taste of the bubbling. Keeps the color fresh, bright for a long, long time.
Sounds like you have plans.
All completely honorable, ma'am. I assure you. Code to the West.
Does the code of the West include a steak? Huh? I'm starved. Where are we going?
Well, now, that does present a bit of a problem. Much as I want to show you off to the world, I want to keep you all to myself, too.
I know just the place. Ferguson's at the beach. It's small, quiet, and dark enough that no one can tell the famous Vince Barrett from Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I like your thinking, gal. I like your thinking.
No, sir, Mr. Jones. We wouldn't forget these glasses, would we, Irma?
Oh, dear me, no. That was the most exciting evening of our whole vacation.
The dinner you had with Mr. Barrett.
I can't wait to tell my bridge club that we had dinner with a real movie star.
And by the time her bridge club gets through with it, it won't be just a dinner. Irma will have had a screen test, and I'll have had an affair with some young Hollywood starlet.
George.
Who else was at the dinner?
Oh, just the most precious young lady. Mr. Barrett met her by the pool, and I think she was quite taken with him. You know, I'm certain that we have a snapshot of her here somewhere. Let me look.
And who did wear the glasses?
Oh, Vince. Mr. Barrett, of course. But only when he signed the check.
Well, I understood Mr. Barrett didn't wear glasses.
Well, Being a Hollywood movie star and all, a fella's got to keep up his image. You don't exactly picture a Western gunfighter wearing a pair of specs now, do you?
Here we are. Shirley and Vince make a handsome couple, don't you think?
Shirley. You didn't have to catch her last name.
Gee, I don't remember. Do you, Irma?
No, but then it was very informal. Like we were all very old friends.
This picture of you with Mr. Barrett taken at the pool, that was taken before dinner.
Right after we met. Like Irma says, we were together from then right on through the whole evening.
Mind if I borrow this?
What do you want a picture of us for?
I promised to return it, and along with it, I promised to give you an enlargement.
8 by 10?
You can depend on it.
That's very nice, George.
All right, thank you very much. You enjoy your vacation, and I'll get this back to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 You know something, Irma? He didn't even say what he wanted the picture for.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Doesn't hold a candle to you.
Careful. Flattery has taken a lot of men further than they wanted to go.
That's true. To me, you're just about the prettiest thing I ever laid eyes on. The way you talk, the way you move. Oh, the truth is, I was kind of surprised when you took me up on my offer to go out tonight.
Well, that doesn't sound like the Vince Barrett I know.
Well, now, supposing I wasn't Vince Barrett. Not rich and famous, but just an ordinary guy. How'd you feel about me then?
How would you feel about me if I weren't as pretty as you say?
Now that I know you, I feel exactly the same way. Shirley.
Oh, shh. Don't say any more. That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me. Why don't we take a walk?
Yeah, okay.
I think I should have worn my shawl.
Oh, here, take this.
No, I've got mine back in the car.
Well, I'll get it for
No,
you.
no, don't be silly. I'll get it. Only take me a second.
Okay. Shirley. Oh, am I ever glad to see you.
waiting out there on that stairwell all night.
Shot.
No, it's okay. It's okay, I think. Oh, no, it's all right. I'm okay.
Take off your jacket.
Man, I waited and I waited. When you didn't come back, I was afraid they'd gotten you too.
Oh, I panicked when I heard the gunfire. I was afraid to come back to the apartment, so I spent the night with a girlfriend.
You didn't call the police?
I started to, but I guess I'm a coward. I was afraid to get involved. Did you call them?
No, I couldn't.
Even after someone tried to kill you?
There's a reason I can't go to the police. I'm a fake, Shirley. I'm a complete phony.
I don't understand.
I'm not Vince Barrett. I've never even met the man.
What?
I just look like him, and I do a very good impression of Barrett.
And who are you?
Rick Hatfield. I'm a small-town disc jockey from Santa Carlita. Closest I've ever been to the movies is to buy a ticket.
So then this whole thing was just a game.
Was. Till I met you. I tried to tell you last night, but...
Why do you think someone tried to kill you?
It wasn't me they were after. But they thought I was Barrett. Don't you see, that's why I have to do something. I mean, when they find out Barrett's still alive, they might try again. Barrett has to be warned. If I go to the police...
I'll take it in the bedroom. Why don't you try to get some rest? We'll find a way.
Cheryl, we got trouble. Ben can't be sure he finished that business with our friend. Just in case, if he calls you.
You shouldn't have tried to kill him, Vince. He did nothing to deserve that.
Honey, I told you we had no choice. But if he gets to the police...
Don't worry, Rick won't go to the police.
Well, now, honey, how do you know that?
Vince, you know how I feel about this thing. What would you say if I told you that Rick's all right? And that he's not going to cause you any trouble? How would you feel about it?
Look, if he's okay and we're in the clear, I'm the most relieved man in the world.
Vince, he believes someone was trying to kill you. His first thought was to try to warn you.
He's there now, isn't he?
Yes. I'm not going to let you hurt him, Vince. I won't be a party to it.
Okay. Just bring him out here and I'll reward him for his help, and Ben can caution him against any further masquerades, and we're home free.
Don't lie to me, Vince. Not again.
Trust me, Cheryl. Trust me.
Right. But he's asleep now. It'll be a little while.
Okay. You better not miss this time.
Yes?
Who is it?
I'm looking for Mr. Barrett.
Well, I'm sorry he didn't come in today. Perhaps I can help you. I'm Dan Foreman, the controller.
Well, yes, maybe you could help. I'm Barnaby Jones, representing Chris Mason.
And he's worried about how the company will make out now that his father is gone.
That's right on the button. Somebody else must have posed that question.
Well, Mr. Barrett had anticipated some of the investors might share that view.
Well, Mr. Mason was top dog. died suddenly. Might have been that it was due to some hanky-panky in the company, mightn't it?
Not with Ted Mason running the show. You can tell young Mason we're as solid as a rock.
And you anticipate that Mr. Barrett will run the company along the policies that Mr. Mason did?
Well, no two men see eye to eye on everything.
For instance?
Well, Mr. Mason had asked for a special audit the week before the accident.
Was the audit completed?
It was never started. Mr. Barrett canceled it.
Why?
He didn't want to make the stockholders nervous.
That seems funny. Now, these head chefs seems to me want to know what's in the pot.
Now, Mr. Jones.
I read a little left to right break. Just a little bit left of the cup.
You have a good eye, Mr. Jones.
That's what brought me here. I want to show you something and see if you see it the same way I did.
Yes, I remember a fine couple.
That was taken the day your partner died.
As a matter of fact, I had dinner with the Andersons that evening.
What's the purpose of all these questions, Mr. Jones? I thought we'd established the fact that Vince was at the Parkhurst Hotel that day and all that evening.
That's what puzzles me. There was something else there, too. Look at this blow-up. Notice that the turquoise stone that I found seems to be in place in your hat band. If you lost that 2 weeks before then, how do you explain it?
By George, I said you had a good eye. But I do recall I switched the band around before the picture so that empty set wouldn't show.
Now, why didn't that occur to me?
Well, I guess with you detective fellas, everything has to be checked out, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. I've checked out about everything except the name of the young lady that the Andersons said had dinner with you that night.
Shirley?
Shirley. You recall her last name?
Shirley Jennings. Charming young lady. If you like, I'd be glad to arrange for you to meet her.
Hello? It's for you.
Yeah.
I got a call from the haystack. They found the needle. Those glasses belong to Rick Hatfield. He lives in Santa Carlita.
Good work, Betty. I'll join you at the office in about an hour. We'll drive up together. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
No more questions, Mr. Jones?
Oh, now I have to go match up some answers. I'll find my way out.
Rick. Here, drink this.
Hey. Thanks. I must have been more tired than I thought.
You'll be happy to know that you don't have to go to the police. I got in touch with Vince Barrett himself.
You did? How'd you get his phone number?
A friend of mine used to work at the studios. Finally, when I got in touch with Mr. Barrett, I told him what happened. He wants to see you right away.
That's great. What do you say about me,
No, don't worry. There's not going to be any trouble.
And it's like I said, I want it clearly understood that Miss Jennings had absolutely nothing to do with my impersonation. I understand completely, Mr. Hatfield. Spoken like a gentleman. Now, what's all this about somebody wanting to kill me? Well, it's like Shirley said on the phone. There I was pretending to be you, and some guy took a shot at me. Did you by any chance get a good look at this fella? Man, did I ever. I'll never forget that face. Mr. Barrett, you don't know how much I appreciate the way you're taking this. I mean, I never expected to. Mr. Barrett, that man, the one out there. He's the one. Are you sure? Man, I told you, I'd know that guy anywhere. We better call the police. Wait a minute.
Something else wrong, Mr. Hatfield?
This telephone number is the, That's the one I used to reach Shirley.
2 and 2 do make 4, don't they, Mr. Hatfield?
If you talked to Rick, you know this wouldn't have happened. Vince, promise. Ben!
Vince?
Open the door, Vince!
Are you okay? Vince?
All right. Okay.
Said you wouldn't hurt him, Vince. You swore!
He's only unconscious. I had to slap him. He saw Ben and he went crazy. He grabbed my gun and we fought over it.
I told you should have let me handle this.
No!
Well, you was going for that gun, you...
Get him out of here. Now, come on, baby. Keep hold of yourself. We're all in this together. It's gonna be all right. Now, come on. It's okay. You just get yourself fixed up. Give me time to do some thinking. It's gonna be all right.
All I know is if I didn't ask him to make a few pre-recorded shows a couple of months back, I'd be up the well-known creek without a paddle.
Does he do this often? I mean, take off without leaving a number or calling in?
No, he's usually pretty reliable. What do you want with Rick anyway?
Oh, I wanted to give him the glasses that he lost.
Hey, he's been going crazy without these. Where did you find them?
Parkhurst Hotel. He left them in a suite there.
That's a first-class pad. Guess that's where the little fox he met must have been staying, since Rick didn't have the bread to spring for anything like that.
Do you happen to know the little fox's name?
Shirley. Rick dedicated at least a dozen numbers to her.
Does he know anyone else in L.A., say, Vince Barrett?
Know him? He knew Barrett inside out. Not personally, I mean, but... Excuse me. Who's that look like?
Vince Barrett.
Wrong. That is little old Rick doing one of his many famous impersonations. But that really fooled you, didn't it?
I'll bet he fools a lot of people.
Oh, what did you make of that?
Like butter in the churn, everything is coming together.
Would you mind spreading it around a little so I could have a sample?
Well, up to now, our main problem has been that one man has been 2 places at the same time. Maybe we have just found the man occupying the other chair. Hello, operator. I'd like to make a call, please. Los Angeles, area code 213-555-7420. You got any quarters?
So as long as I'm paying for this call, how about filling me in on who it's to?
Yeah, thank you, operator. Hello, Mr. Foreman. This is Barnaby Jones. Mr. Foreman, I need some information regarding the payment for Mr. Barrett's stay at the Parkhurst Hotel this last weekend. Do you have those records? Sure, I'll hold.
What does that have to do with Rick Hatfield?
Well, the biggest advantage in using another man's identity is that you can use his credit, too. Hello? Yes, I see. Mr. Foreman, have there been any recent charges made in Mr. Barrett's name that he claims were not his? Huh? Well, did they take care of those, too? I see. Well, thank you very much.
You going to tell me?
Seems there were several large hotel bills, dinners, rooms, and things like that run up in Barrett's name recently. Barrett claimed they weren't his. His lawyer, Ben Reston's been squabbling with Foreman about them for several weeks.
Well, what?
Well, suddenly, last Saturday night, Reston had them all paid off.
Saturday night. Isn't that the night?
the night Ted Mason died.
Going somewhere?
I thought I'd take a drive.
Without saying goodbye? Santa Carlita can be a lovely trip.
You knew it there.
I guessed. The kiss just clinched it.
You were with Barrett all the time.
Not when he wanted you out of the way.
I still don't get it. Why did Barrett want to kill me?
He was using you as an alibi to cover a murder he committed. He couldn't afford having you around. Where are you going?
Call the police.
Oh, darling, wait. You're honest and a little bit square, but don't be a fool, too. You and I are the only two that know who you really are. You can stay Vince Barrett. It's a chance of a lifetime. His money, his success, and me. The two of us together.
And arrest him?
We'll cut him in. It'll work perfectly.
Yeah, until they come down on me for that murder Barrett committed.
Wait a minute, please. If you call, I'm an accessory.
Opry, would you get me the police?
Ben! Stop him. He's not really Vince. You shot the wrong man.
What?
Put it down. Put it down.
So there are two Vince Barretts.
That's the way it's shaping up. Let's hope there still are two of them.
Now, look, Mr. Reston.
Move it.
Rick, it doesn't have to be this way.
Well, he doesn't seem convinced of that.
Ben, tell him if he plays it our
It's no
way...
good, Cheryl. We don't have any kind of guarantee. We're up to our necks in this thing, and he can talk anytime he wants to. He's going in the woods right alongside Vince. Just keep moving.
If you kill me, you'll be fresh out of Vince Barrett's. I mean, suppose somebody comes around asking for him, huh?
By the time that happens, we'll have bled the company dry, and we'll be long gone.
Yes?
You are Shirley Jennings? I got the name from the registration in the car in the driveway.
If you've come to see Mr. Barrett, he's not at home.
His car's in the garage. So is Mr. Reston's.
They took another car.
That wouldn't by any chance have been Rick Hatfield's?
I'm afraid I don't remember anyone by that name.
That's funny, because Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, remember you were having dinner with them and Rick at the Parkhurst Hotel Saturday night?
I was with Mr. Barrett last Saturday night.
I hope you'll change your mind about that. Because being with Mr. Barrett would put you smack dab in the middle of the Ted Mason murder.
You know that much.
I have a feeling you're going to tell me a lot more.
Keep digging. I want it deep.
Deputy, this is Betty Jones.
You mind telling me which one you are? Rick Hatfield. Right now, I'm glad of it.